Human Resources.
Okay.
You spoke with one of my coworkers yesterday. Do you remember that?
About my children.
Yeah. So I'm here today to like discuss the steps of bringing your children back in the home and how we can move forward from this point. Is there a way I can come inside and speak with you for a little bit? Are you okay with that?
I guess that would be okay.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Oh, you have a beautiful home.
Thank you.
Um,
You can sit right there.
Okay. Is there anyone else here today in the home?
Just me. My kids are at the neighbors. They spend over there. I live them.
Yeah. They discussed that with me. So, everything, I just want to go ahead and go over confidentiality with you, that everything I'm talking about with you today is just between you and I, you know. I was informed that you don't have the exact documentation to be a citizen of the United States, and so I won't discuss that with the police. This is about your children and about this situation right now and how to get the children back in their home. And so this is just between you and I, and the only way that I would break this is if I think there's any kind of harm going on between, you know, either you or an adult or your children. But, so that's what that's about. So what's going on with your situation? Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
My kids were taken to the neighbors because, well, my home's not very clean. I'm sure you can see that. I work very, very long hours at the factory, and I don't get paid much because I'm about $4. I don't have any support. Their father's not around, and I'm here alone. I don't have any family.
I'm sure that's very hard not having a family.
And I really love my children, and I want to provide an environment for them, but I just.
Yeah, you know, working long hours, I'm sure that.
And I don't want my children to be taken away, but I don't have any help.
Yeah.
I have to leave them at home during the day, and I do set ground rules for them. I don't let them use the oven or the microwave.
That's great.
I tell them not to open the door. My number's on the door, so if they need me, they can go to the neighbor and call me.
Yeah.
But they're so young that they don't understand a lot. I leave them cereals and snacks to eat because it's easy. It doesn't.
So is that what they eat throughout the
Because
day?
it's not. You don't have to warm it up. You don't have to worry about it being cold. It's just.
How long are you gone during the day?
I work 12-hour shifts, so I'm gone from 8 in the morning until 8 at night, and then I come home and I cook. But I really wish it wasn't like that.
Have you ever had a child care provider or a babysitter, someone to watch them through the day?
I have, but my hours used to be reasonable, but then when they moved them up, she just didn't pay her enough. But I only make $4, like I said, so I can't afford childcare. And she was very angry, and she threatened to report me. So I just had to stop. I had to leave them here alone.
So, before you got into the 12-hour shifts, what were some of the things that worked for you in the past?
Oh, when I had reasonable hours, and I had a childcare provider, I mean, it was fine. My children, they were taken care of. They ate properly. I didn't have to worry about them. I often lose focus at work because I'm so worried about my children and what they're doing, but I can't afford to lose my job. And I can't leave. I can't take leave or nothing because I have to work so much, and my boss doesn't understand that. So definitely when I had support, it helped. And when I didn't work so long, I had the time and the energy to clean my home and to cook supper for my children. And when I get home after I cook supper and put them to bed, I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
And I don't have time to clean.
So, out of all the issues that you're having, what do you think you need to work on first?
I need to clean my home.
Okay, well that's reasonable. What do you think you could clean first, or what do you think's the worst room?
I think the bathroom is the worst because my children, my daughter, she's potty trained, but she has accidents, and my son, he doesn't know how to take care of her. So
What age are they again?
5 and 4.
Oh, okay, yeah. So.
And I need to secure my medicines. I don't mean to leave them out, but I to do. And my daughter's been sick, and her brother was trying to give her medicine to help her feel better, and he didn't mean to give her too much or try to give her too much. He would never hurt her. He was just unsure what to do, and he was trying to help her.
Yeah.
And that's what my neighbor walked in on, and that's why they called you.
Well, I can see that, you know, your family dynamic is great and how you and your children interact and that you really love them and that they care for each other. Even, but so I know you said you think the bathroom's probably the worst or something like that. How long do you think it would take you to clean the bathroom?
Well, I'm off the next 2 days. I get Fridays and Saturdays off usually.
Great, yeah.
So I could probably have the bathroom cleaned tonight.
How long do you think that would take? A few hours?
A few hours, a couple hours maybe.
Okay, that's good. So, you know, maybe we can set a few goals eventually for you to be able to go step by step. And with that happening, you know, maybe we could get your children back in the next day or so.
I would really like that.
Yeah, that could be an option. That could be great. So I'm just gonna kind of ask you just a little bit of a strange question. It's gonna be a little bit weird, but so imagine that you wake up tomorrow and all the issues that you're having right now, you know, with your food and the home being clean and all that is just fixed, perfect. You wake up tomorrow and everything's solved. What do you think that would look like for you?
I would work reasonable hours. I would get paid the right amount so I could afford proper childcare for my children. I would be able to come home and cook for my children. My home would be clean, and my babies would be healthy and safe.
Yeah. Who do you think would notice these changes?
My children definitely. They would have loved having me around more. I know I miss them when I'm gone, and I know they miss me. I'm not here to teach them the things that I want to teach them. My neighbor would notice. He wouldn't be as worried and feeling the need to check up on my children every day.
Well, you said your children would be the first to notice. What do you think would be the biggest thing for them that they would notice?
Not having to be alone, not having to take care of each other. That's a big responsibility for a child.
Oh, yeah.
And Lorenzo, he thinks, you know, he has to take care of us, and I don't want him to feel that way at 5. It's not healthy for him.
Yeah. So, on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being the worst possible day you could just ever had, it being awful, and 10 being amazing, perfect, you know, everything's fixed, where are you right now?
I would say I'm a 3 because my children are healthy and they are safe right now, so that's very important to me. But for myself personally, I'm nowhere near where I want to be for my kids.
Okay. So what else makes you think that you're a 3?
Just my home. It's embarrassing. It's just, I try, but I just can't. The kids destroy it throughout the day because they have nothing to do, and then I come home and I don't have time to pick it up before having to go to work again. So my home and not having any support really, it affects me.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, I imagine being a
So-
single mother. But if we could just move you even just a little bit to a 4, what's the difference to you between a 3 and a 4?
I think cleaning my home would be a big step because it needs to be done, and it would be easier to keep it clean if it was clean.
Yeah.
I'm looking for another job,
Okay.
but that's challenging for me right now, but I'm looking into it. So I think that would help a lot. I just need reasonable hours that coincide with my children's daycare hours, or, you know, so I can afford the daycare and they can.
Yeah. So what would it be like if these issues were resolved for you?
Oh, everything would be so much better. I would be home every day. My kids would be healthy, like eating healthy, because I don't want to feed them cereal and stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And I would be able to afford more. I think having a different job with more money would help me afford more for my kids.
Yeah. So, you know, I've heard you say a lot of things, and it's really important for you that your children are taken care of, that they're watched, and that they have proper food and the medicines are put up. So I think what we can do from here is move forward a little bit and set some goals. So I know the first thing you said was that you could clean the bathroom. So you said you were off the rest of the day, the next few days. Okay, so how many hours again did you say it would take you to clean
We
the
could
bathroom?
probably clean the bathroom in about 2 hours.
Okay, so that's awesome. We could go ahead and do that. So with securing the medicine, how do you think you would be able to do that?
I'm gonna get some locks and I'm gonna put them in the highest cabinet and just put the little child safe locks on there so they can't get in the cabinets.
Yeah, I'm sure that's great because, you know, they're 4 and 5, so that would be manageable. So I know you're having problems with funding for daycare and like having a babysitter and someone watching your children during the day. One of the resources that we're able to provide is childcare to watch them through the day while you're working. Is that something that you would be interested in?
Is it, would I have to pay anything?
No.
Is it reliable? Is it a person or is it a facility?
Yeah, it's through DHR, so everyone there is, you know, confidential, and they've taken care of children and they have plenty of experience.
Okay,
And-
yeah, I would, like something, Lorenzo especially, cause he's getting ready to start kindergarten.
Yeah. You know, I know you're having problems with food. Do you have any resources for food, like financial resources other than your income? Like any food stamps maybe? Do you know what that is? Basically, what food stamps is they put money on like a debit card, and you're given a certain amount each month for you to spend, and so it's just like a little bonus and a little bump for you to be able to afford the food that you need for your children.
Did you bring me information on that?
Oh yeah, I can bring that tomorrow.
Thank you.
And I can maybe work with you a little bit to be able to push it through a little bit faster and expedite it.
Thank you.
Yeah. There's also, are you religious at all? Possibly. You don't even really have to be religious. But I know a lot of churches.
My neighbor brings me boxes from the churches
Oh,
sometimes.
that's great. Yeah. You know, I think that's something we can work on, and I can come back tomorrow and see, you know, if you accomplished your goals and if you got the bathroom cleaned.
Okay.
I think that's, you can do that. Okay. And so I'll come back tomorrow and check out the home a little bit, and I'll fill out that application with you, and I can work with you on that. That's great.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for working with me today.